Hello everybody, Travis here for Tpull's Corner, and my playtesting has gone horribly wrong. We're doing an all-defender deck, and Wingmantle Chaplain is going to be one of the center stones of it. And my initial couple of, Ley Line of Resonance. We need some land. That'll work. As I was about to say, I won my first couple of battles, and then Arena just magically seemed to find 3 different archetypes that would utterly and completely destroy defenders. And this may be a 4th in a row. So Elusive Otter is particularly kryptonite to us. If they get some early flying going on, that's pretty bad for us. And discard pretty much kills us. So these guys already have flying, which is kind of a mistake for Red. Red's been delving more and more into flying all the time, and it's getting a little irritating. We're just going to go get yet another Wingmantle Chaplain. This will give us the flyers. We do need a few more turns to get everything in place. Why? Because we want Elesh Norn out first. We need our walls. Can they do 17 points to us with what they have here? That's it, that's my turn. Opponent does not miss a land drop. But they don't do a point of damage to us now because of Elesh Norn's ability. It blocks their enter into the battlefield effects. Isn't it strange to see mono red? I mean, they do have some black here, so they're probably not mono red. But to see basically mono red aggro taking so long to figure things out, they're used to just casting spells, turning the creature sideways, and attacking. Yeah, it took you that long to figure that out. Come on through. Come on through. Okay, I think we don't wait. I think we do the Wingmantle Chaplain now. We get 3 birds once, 3 birds twice, thanks to Elesh Norn. And we get Surveil twice. And I like that one, so we're going to keep that one. And now we have some blockers. do not attack. Wow, they take a long time. Yeah, you're thinking. More birds, more birds. Let's go get another Wingmantle Chaplain. We're just playing with our food now at this point. I get to search twice. Take action. Wingmantle. Take action. Wingmantle. Life is good. No attacks. I've got 10 chump blockers now. Let's just give them some time to think about this, shall we? They're doing so good on their land drops. Should I be jealous? I'm not sure that we'll need that. And here's where things get truly ridiculous. Wingmantle Chaplain combined with Elishnorn, Mother of Machines, ladies and gentlemen. 28 1/1 flyers. Read them and weep. Oh no, we're not attacking. I want to see what this deck can do. Come on, Kawas. You got 2 Ley Lines of Resonance out. Where's your master combo? Fourth creature. So each one lets them copy something, right? So they can copy... Well, that didn't... They killed my bird. Such a beautiful little bird. It's only a little 1/1. You waste 2 points on a 1/1. I'm expecting something like Monstrous Rage. That's it? They're not going to wait. All right. They did what they could. All right, we have achieved our goal for the day for our chores. We have leveled up. Let me show you the deck. It's called the Best Defense. And I think some of the shine has gone off of this because they changed the word from wall to defender. In the original days, like Alpha Beta, Revised, these were just called walls. And they had the defender attribute. And for some reason, they decided they didn't like the flavor of calling something a wall because they didn't think that a wall should be able to attack. Which is very strange because we're dealing in a world of magic. And so they used to have things like Wall of Swords. And maybe the wall couldn't attack, but it was I think power 3 and toughness 5. It seemed an appropriate flavor for a Wall of Swords to be a 3/5 wall. And if you're going to run into a wall of swords, you should expect to get cut. So I didn't have any problem with the power being 3. And then there were other spells that allowed walls to attack. And around, I don't know how many years it took them, but there were people that decided they did not like the word wall, and they got rid of the word wall. And so now we just have to live with defenders. And I'm not sure I like it, but, I'm not in charge. So here's what we got. We got 4 copies of Walking Bulwark. Most of these are from Dominaria United. 0/3 Defender, you can pay 2 until end of turn, target creature with Defender gains haste, can attack as though it didn't have Defender, and assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. So Walking Bulwark can affect itself, turn it into a 3/3. Surge Engine, nice little construct from Brothers of War. 3/2, I got 3 copies of this. You can spend blue as a mana sink, make it lose Defender, and so it can't be blocked. Turn it into a 5/4, and then for 6 mana later, if you have that much and the game goes on that long, you can draw 3 cards. You can only do it once. 4 Coral Colonies, 1/4 with Defender, so Walking Bulwark can change these into 4/4 attackers. You can spend 2 and tap it. Target player mills X cards, where X is the number of creatures you control with Defender. So if we get like 4 Defenders out and we have nothing better to do, we can mill the opponent for 4 cards at a shot. 2 Shipwreck Sentries. This is from the Ixalan expansion. So the Wizards keeps making more Defenders. As long as an artifact entered the battlefield under your control this turn, Shipwreck Sentry can attack as though it didn't have Defender. So it turns out a lot of the Defenders are artifacts. So the artifact creature, the Bulwark would activate it, Surge Engine would activate it, Shield Wall Sentinel would activate it. So there's a lot of activations here where we don't have to pay the extra 2 for Walking Bulwark. If we have a Shipwreck Sentry down and we get any of these down later, it can activate it and we can attack for 3/3. For defense, we have 4 Stasis Fields. You enchant the creature, it has base power and toughness 0/2, has Defender, and loses all other abilities. So even if it's like has equipment on it that lets it fly, it should lose the flying. For Blight Piles, 3/3s, each opponent loses X life, where X is the number of creatures with Defender you control. 1 Gibbering Barricade, at 2/4, you sacrifice a creature, you gain 1 life, and draw a card. This could become kind of handy once we start getting the birds, which is what Wingmantle Chaplain gives us. 0/3, when it enters, create a 1/1 white bird creature token with flying for each creature with Defender you control. Whenever another creature you control with Defender enters, you also get a 1/1 white bird creature token with flying. Combined with that, we have the Shield Wall Sentinel, 3 copies of that. When it enters, you search for a creature with Defender. You do have to reveal it, but you put it into your hand. We're usually going to get the Wingmantle Chaplains. That is all the Defenders I have. Is that enough? Let's see the overview. We've got 26 creatures. 5 of them, you notice, still count as a wall, even in this day and age. And our mana average is strictly 2.9, so pretty good overall. And part of the reason they still count as a wall is we've got, it's Gibbering Barricade. The type is a wall. It's a Nightmare Wall, so it counts as a wall as the creature. Where's the 5th one, though, is my question. Let's go through this real quick. That's a construct. Oh, there we go. Coral Colony is a wall, too. Well, that's strange. I got 5 walls, but I have 4... Oh, because I only have 1 for Barricade, so 4 plus fun. Okay, so if I thought for a second I had more copies of the Nightmare Wall. Okay, so even though... Even though wall is gone, they keep it in the name, so we haven't quite gotten rid of walls the way I thought. Okay, to help us out, we have Thousand Moon Smithy. When it enters, create a white gnome soldier artifact creature token. Power and toughness are equal to the number of artifacts and or creatures you control. And then if you tap 5 untapped artifacts and or creatures you control at the beginning of your first main phase, you can transform it into the legendary artifact land you see pictured to the right there, Barracks of the Thousand. Then you can add 1 white mana with it. Whenever you cast an artifact or creature spell using mana produced by it, you create a white gnome soldier artifact creature token, and that creature's power and toughness are equal to the number of target artifacts and or creatures you control. They look like that. They look kind of cool. We have 1 copy of Elish Norn. If a permanent entering causes the ability of a permanent you control to trigger, it triggers an additional time. You saw me use that to get extra birds, and to search twice instead of once, that kind of thing. And it causes all permanents on the opponent, if they would enter, none of those things trigger. We've got 1 Season of the Burrow. I'm looking mostly to use that to exile target permanents, the middle one. And I've got 1 Virtue of Loyalty. If I can cast this for 5, then all my walls each turn will gain +1/+1 each time. And I've got 4 board wipes. Expel the Interlopers. Most of my stuff doesn't go past... I mean, the highest thing that I have is Elish Norn at 4. So if they have anything 5 or higher, I can destroy everything they have, and I'll keep all of mine. If Elish Norn isn't out, I mean, maybe I have a 3/3. You know, a lot of times I might have 0 or 1, and I'll just be destroying anything with power 2 or higher. So you notice not a lot of interaction. We just had the 4 stasis fields and the 4 expel the interlopers and 1 season of the burrow. So still really minimal kind of interaction. I do have a lot of specialty lands here. I've got 1 restless anchorage we can turn into a bird and fly over and hit them. I've got 2 restless fortresses we can turn into a nightmare creature. And we have 2 restless reefs that we can also use to turn into a 4/4 blue and black shark creature with death touch and mill them. 1 blast zone, 1 demolition field. And it's called the best defense. So can we take an archetype that almost nobody plays, that is definitely out of favor, throw it up against all the new modern Bloombarrow and Duskborn stuff, have a very small number of removal cards, and still make everything work? Let's find out. Let's start with the Coral Colony. Gross. We don't have black. I wanted Blight Pile down, and I can't do that. So I think we just put Stasis Field on that. Unfortunately, as soon as they get another one down, they can start blinking stuff and get rid of my enchantments. Ouch! So now it's a 3/3 with first strike. That's pretty gross. Let's put this down. Use the defender. If they can pump that up again, I'm in trouble. I guess we go ahead and see what they have. They don't mind attacking just because they know I can't beat it, so they get 3/3 life points regardless. Yep, okay. So we made them spend their spell at least. Let's see. Can make that higher, or I can bring down the Coral Colony. I think we just go ahead and do both. If they have something that knocks out more powerful creatures, their Surge Engine is going to be dead in the water. Okay, I'm assuming they have a spell. They won't necessarily need one. They could still just get 3 life points back, but they actually have the second family reunion. See what we got. Stasis Field is good. Look at that. 2 damage. Oh, 4 damage. They had exactly what they needed. Used up everything they had in their hand. We now can finally put down something to block them. And our second stasis field. Now they can't really attack right now. And they get a 4/4. Never mind. So they could go ahead and saddle that right away and get a 3/3 flyer. They just have to sacrifice one of their steeds. They can't use this one anymore. It's lost all of those abilities, so they'd have to throw this one away. Is that worth it for them to get a 3/3 flyer? They might think so. That's kind of nice. Yeah, I think we're just going to have to pull the cord. Yeah. Start over. Oh, that's nice. We'll take that. Wingmantle Chaplain to the rescue. Oh, they're going fishing. They didn't like what they saw. 1, 2. Yes, we can do this both. Give me an extra wall. Give me 4 birds. Life is good. There's just no way they can attack. No way. What do we want to do? I think we want to block with you, and you, and you. I can't believe they attacked already. Desperate. Use all your power, please. And we attack with just a couple of things. Nothing wrong blocking with the 0/2. But I'm going to get some life back every time, and you're going to lose some life every time. When I'm not gaining birds, that is. And then sacrifice one of the birds, and let's get some more cards in here. That's a lovely card. That's a lovely card to keep in reserve. Attack with all the birds. Come on. Oh, that's lovely. More birds. What is my opponent gonna do? Let's mill them for 5. That's a lot of land. They got Case of the Trampled Garden? Attack with all the birds. Board wipe would make us all equal, except for my land that can transform. Where are you? Okay, one Wingmantle Chaplain gone. Congratulations. We're going to sacrifice another wall. Congratulations. And we mill them for 3 more just because we can. When you get beat by a deck of walls, do you feel bad? I know I do. When people are putting down 0-3s and 1-4s, you don't feel like you should lose to that. It makes you question things in life. It makes you question your own deck construction skills. Oh, they're hurting me already. Shipwreck Sentry makes a good 3/3 chump blocker to start with. All I need is not to miss too many land drops. Alright, we'll keep it. Interesting. I think that's worth the trade-off. Wingmantle Champion! Yes, yes, yes. They do not miss a land drop. They get their big one. They get their big one right away, so I just need one untapped land, really. And Season of the Burrow can take care of some work. It's not untapped. That's a good card. Okay, so we're going to have to burn a chaplain here. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. What do you have up your sleeve? Ah, they gave a trample. Ouch. Okay, that did hurt. Didn't save as much by sacrificing the chaplain, but they might have had lethal. We use 2. I don't like that they have such cheap things going on. I can go ahead and attack with that though. Nice. Yeah, we got rid of... This is the pre-made deck, I believe, so this is their most powerful card. So they don't have a lot left to work with. They do have some powerful creatures. But we have... walls. And more walls. And now we have a lot of birdies up in the air we can attack with. This is... They do have... they have a lot of creatures with reach, too. So it's not like they don't have defense against walls. But that's why we have Season of the Burrow. Bam. Yeah, they knew whatever they were going to draw was going to take care of a dozen birds in the air. We're just humming along, embarrassing seasoned Magic players with our walls. I'm never going to get over calling them walls. It's kind of like when you're imprinted with things at a younger age. I mean, granted, I was already in college when Magic came out, but they were called walls. I'm still calling them walls. The creature type has walls in them for some of their names. Wall, wall, wall. We can see what their official names are. But you gotta let me have fun. Have fun with my walls. And the rabbits they have started. I don't really have a way to get rid of enchantments, so they're going to get big pretty fast. Which means I will need to find my board wipes as soon as I can. Are they going to pump them up now? They wait. I don't have the right number of mana here. How do I want to do this? Yeah, let's do it. We'll do it the greedy way. We'll hope we get some mana soon. There they go. They didn't attack. No way. They didn't attack. Oops. Yeah, now they're gonna attack. Stop that one. 1, 2, 3. We'll stop that one. guess we just should try and stop as many of these as we can. Just because we don't know if they have a board wipe. They might have something to increase power. Everything gets +2/+1. Great. They had exactly what they needed. There go all my precious walls. Wow, they're taking a long time. Okay, I think we do it this way. Let's. If they have another one of these, I'm really in trouble. Come on. We're going to only block once with one bird. Yeah, we're outnumbered. I need a board wipe or I'm dead. Virtue of Loyalty can't catch up. There's not enough time. I mean, I can stall. Unless they have a counter spell too. They've got a lot of spells they've been holding on to. They don't have another Wingmantle Chaplain, so they're going to leave me with my walls. Oh, never mind. Okay, down to 5. Did not get what I needed. Not good enough. Blocking everything. We've got maybe a 10% chance. We couldn't put Virtue of Loyalty up. If we'd had one more turn to put that in place, then maybe we could have been able to build things up. But getting 2 of the rabbit cards, this is way overpowered, by the way. Getting 3 for 3. That's a busted card. And they just get more and more. Did not get what I needed. Needed one of the board wipes. And that's the power of rabbits. They're still multiplying like crazy. Well, they had that instant that gave everybody +1 just in time. If they didn't have that, I probably would have had time to get the enchantment out. And we would have been able to pump everybody up, and it would have been a completely different story. Yeah, see? Thanks, wizards, spies. Now you give it to me. It's a game too late. Oh, lovely. Discard usually kills us. Partially because everybody's using the bats, so they'll expel the interlopers from my hand. I can't really get rid of that ahead of time. Even losing that land early on, I need to get to 4 just to get the Shieldwell Sentinel out. Yep, these are artifacts, so once they enter, he can attack. Is he seriously going to consider trading? He should be willing to take 3 at the very beginning. But we're dead cards in our hand because we discarded a land, so I need a 4th untapped land to keep the momentum up. Yeah, let's do this. Attack for 6. Surge Engine is unblockable. They took it. Shieldred. Of course. Of course it's a Shieldred. No surprises here. They see what we get. They still can't block the engine. Just one more land. It wasn't a pure discard deck, but that one discard was enough to hurt me. They like the cards that they're coming up. Five birds. 4 birds, sorry. Let's see, 1, 2... Oh, because the Surge Engine no longer counts as a defender, that's why. Once you convert him, loses defender, creature can't be blocked. So, yeah, they grayed out the defender part on that. Doesn't count anymore. We'll block with one bird. I mean, we could have gotten rid of it, I guess. Attack with our Shipwreck Sentry as well. That's lethal if they don't block with Elisil Core. This is the only one they can block. But they do have 6 mana and 2 spells, so do they have a trick up their sleeve? Ah. Second Shieldred. Interesting. Okay, so we lost 1 life from that. 2 lives there. We draw. We lose 2 more lives. We still never got the untapped land we needed for Expel the Interlopers. So none of that matters. So 4... We'll just do it this way. They can't block any of that. Really close with 2 Shieldreds. 45 cards still left. In the top 15 cards, they got 2 Shieldreds. That's typical for the decks that run 4 Shieldreds. For some reason, Wizards still front loads the Shieldred card on. You wouldn't think they would need to. Should they feel bad? They got 2 Shieldreds. After their initial 7-card draw, they got 8 cards in. And just in 8 turns, they got 2 Shieldreds. And they lost to a wall deck. Do you think they feel bad? I would. I would feel bad. I don't know if it's a valid emotion to have or not. I would feel bad. Artifact creature. A lot of the black removal spells, they can deal with this. 1 cut down deals with this. But the other major card does not. Shoot, the Sheriff does deal with it. Okay. Still no blue. Let's do this so they can't make us discard that card. That could come in handy later. Go for the Throat. So, how many of those do they have? Did they pack 4 Go for the Throats in their deck? Is this nothing but removal cards, by the way? They haven't missed a land drop. Exile. Wow. Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay, here. We'll do this. We'll lose our land card, but we get a Wingmantle Chaplain. And if we get some birds and Virtual Loyalty, their removal can't keep up. Like, they need a removal card here just to get rid of... Yeah, there you go. Oh, hello. Oh, man. That's okay, I got 2 chaplains. That's a good card. Oh man. We lost Elish Norn. It's alright. You're gonna lose both of those. Now the Unstoppable Slasher comes back, but stun counters. This should give me all the time I need. Target creature with Defender. How about you? Life is good. Bloom Barrel and Duskmourn. And we pretty much have them beat. Even a board wipe is not going to save them. I've got Restless Fortress. There's just nothing left for them to do. Not enough. Even though I messed up. Even though I wasn't supposed to tap Restless Fortress, I still had lethal. Alright. And Restless Fortress is a scary card. I think we'll leave it there. We've got to show you. I wasn't recording when I was playtesting this, but they put down 2 Elusive Otters. Creatures with power less than Elusive Otter's power can't block it. So I have a bunch of 0, 1, and 2 power creatures. All they had to do was pump this up to 3, and of course they had spells that got it up to 5, 6 power. And I couldn't block anything. Their Otter just came through in utterly laid way. So this one single card can actually completely demolish and get through all your walls if you don't have a way around it. Which, I mean, that's why we have Stasis Field, right? But I didn't happen to draw a Stasis Field against the 2 Elusive Otters. And they had a bunch of red instants. So when they're attacking with 2 different Otters, if I could block one, they could just pump up the other one. So it was really a hopeless battle. They made sure to give them both at the same time. But other than that, and a dedicated discard, this will do pretty good against pretty much anything. So if you haven't played with a bunch of walls before, and yeah, I'm still calling them walls, go ahead and give this deck list a try and let me know what you think. As always, we give a shout out to our patron Cedric. Thanks for being our Patreon. And like and subscribe and leave a comment about what you think of the deck, and we'll have something different for you next time. Thanks everybody. Have a good